Take me home, 'cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my song. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, 'cause I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener. I guess what they're saying is true. In my dreams, that's where I seen her. Take my heart and take all of me, girl. Let me show you what I wanna do. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you. Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Yeah, where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here?
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another live stream. I'm not sure what happened to the previous live stream. It just unexpectedly completely shut off. But yeah, we are back. This seems to be working all good. So yeah, let's see. Let's hope that continues, right? So Wednesday, the 7th of August, of course, we are going to go through the Bitcoin charts. We're going to talk about what I'm currently doing, what I'm looking for, and those future trades that I'm looking to take as well. So if that all sounds interesting, please do make sure that you smash that thumbs up button. Helps me out, helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring this content to you. And then, of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure that you do subscribe and turn that bell notification on as well. But yeah, enough of that. Let's jump into the charts and let's see what's going on. I can just see a comment has come in, so let me pull up the chat. Mo, good to see you back, my friend. Good to see you back. I have not seen you here in a while, my friend. So yeah, good to see you back, Mo. I am doing really well, thank you. I hope you are doing well as well. You're generating good amounts generating good amounts in these times. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's been pretty good recently, to be honest with you. You know, of course, we were looking at the short trade from all the way up here. Okay, and then of course, you know, I have taken the long trade from down here. I had the long trade from down there as well. So, you know, I took advantage of that rise up there. Unfortunately, I did miss this short here, but of course, now I'm looking to take advantage of this possible rise towards the upside here. And yeah, of course, that short trade was actually given to the team in the daily market update here on the 29th. This is the short trade from the high that we were looking at, all the way up at $69,500. $69,500. Where is that? All the way up here. Okay, so this is the short that we were looking at. Unfortunately, I missed it, but we did have on the Discord, if we take a look, we did have FR Trader who actually did take the short trade. So yeah, as you can see here, FR Trader took the short trade. He got a really nice entry at $69,800. So he took the short trade there. So yeah, of course, that was given to the team in the daily market updates that we do. So yeah, I mean, nice to see some of the team making some really nice profits there. But of course, yeah, I long that. I'm now in a long at this moment in time here, which is, yeah, sitting around $1,000 in a profit. So I mean, you know, I'm quite happy with the trades that I've taken recently, right? You know, this long trade, that was just an amazing trade towards the upside. We closed that in, where is that one? We closed that one in just a little over $10,000 in a profit. So that was a really, really nice trade. As you can see there, realized P&L $10,076 and 40 cents. And then, of course, the status is now all closed. So yeah, completely close that long trade, and now of course I've entered into this new long trade, so hopefully we can see the same result. So Sarah, good to see you here. Looks like you're watching over on Kick. Do you stream daily? Yeah, every weekday. Every weekday I am. Are you ready with the ExoChart tutorials? Yes, I mean those have been out for some time now. So yeah, those are all up there. I've still got some more on the way as well. But the the important ones, okay, are out there, and then of course there's going to be some more coming out as well, which yeah, just kind of tie everything in. Yeah, I was doing well, getting some rest. Yeah, you do need to get a rest from these markets sometimes. So yeah, that is very important, and I think that's a big part of me, which is sorry, a big weakness for myself, is that I do not take any rest from these markets. Even when on the weekend, right, we had this huge pullback here, and I said to myself before the weekend that I was not going to look at the charts. And I just couldn't help myself. I couldn't help myself. We saw this huge pullback as well. So, I did end up looking at the charts. But, recently, some weekends I've been trying to stay away from the charts because I do understand that, yeah, sometimes you do need a bit of a rest. But that's my biggest weakness at the moment in the markets is, yeah, I never catch a rest. But, yeah, good. It's really good to see you back here, Mo. So, yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about what is going on. And let's talk about what I am looking for, right? So, yeah. First of all, right, let's start off with the context, okay? With the context, right, it's exactly the same. It hasn't changed. I am still bearish on Bitcoin at this moment in time. I am still bearish, right? We are in this bearish market structure, okay? What was I talking about all of last week, all of the week before, and even the week before that as well? I was talking about this possible opportunity of another lower high, okay, for price to then come down and form another lower low. We were preparing ourselves for this. We understood, right, that this was a possible scenario, okay, and we were literally talking about it. Okay, we were literally talking about it. And the discussion that we were having was that, okay, right, we can be looking for all-time high, because yes, price was looking very bullish. We had continuous higher highs after continuous higher lows. It was looking very bullish, and even myself, I was saying, right, if this continues, we can look for all-time high. However, at the same time, I was saying, if we lose this bullish structure, then what is the highest probability move? Well, the highest probability move is actually a move back below the previous low, okay, at the newly formed range low, okay, to form a new low. Why was I looking at this? Okay, well, this has happened again. This is something that I drew out last week. Okay, this thing was what I drew out last week in one of the live streams. But we've seen this twice before. Okay, where we have a new low form. Okay, a nice failed auction. Price then forms bullish structure, where we then form the fake out. The failed auction at the high here. Price flips to bearish structure, and we come down and form a new low, right? We've seen that twice before, okay? We've seen it here, right? What did we do here? We took out the low for a failed auction. We had bullish structure, right? We took out the high for an SFP, okay, or a failed auction, however you want to look at it, okay? And then we started to form the bearish structure, okay? And then we came down and formed the new low, okay? We came down and formed the new low, all right? We did that previously, okay, and then we've done it previously all the way back here as well, right, where we have got formed the bullish structure. Okay, we broke the bullish structure, we started to form bearish structure. Okay, we came down, formed the new low. Okay, and then again, that comes into what happens here, right? The bullish structure broke that, bearish structure, new low. Okay, and we've literally done the exact same thing here. Bullish structure, okay, bearish structure, we formed a new low. Okay, so this is literally what we had been planning for. Okay, and this is still what I'm viewing in the market, right? This is still what I'm viewing. As long as we remain in this bearish structure, okay, on this 12-hour chart here, as long as we remain in this bearish structure, I'm going to continue to remain bearish on Bitcoin. I'm going to continue to remain bearish on Bitcoin. If we can start to break this bearish structure, i.e., okay, we come up, we take out the previous higher low, okay, the previous the previous lower high. Okay, if we take out the previous lower high, then I'm happy to say, right, we can then look for all-time highs. Okay, but until we do that, okay, until we take out this bearish structure, what can we be looking for? Well, we can be looking for a continuation of this trend, which is continuous lower highs, okay, and continuous lower lows, right? So we can be looking for something like this. Now, does this mean that we need to be short now? Okay, no, of course not, right? I'm actually in a long trade at this moment in time. Am I wrong to being long? Okay, you know, if you're looking at an extensive period of time in the future, maybe yes. Okay, but again, you know, I am aware of what price is doing. I'm aware of the trend at this moment in time. Okay, and I was aware of the trend when I entered into the long trade here. Okay, I understood that we were in this bearish structure. Okay, but I wanted to take advantage of this rise up. Okay, and then to get the short trade in to take advantage of that pullback, where then I said I was going to look for the long trade. Okay, we saw the long trade, we took the long trade. All right, it's in some nice profits as of right now, but I'm looking for a little bit higher, okay, to take advantage of this rise for another possible lower high, okay, for then price to possibly pull back, okay, from that lower high and form another lower low. So of course, you know, I'm going to be looking for a short trade up here, right? Exactly like I was looking for the short trade up here, and we did actually get that short trade set up. So for me, it's just looking to continue to trade the trend that we have at this moment in time. Okay, continue to trade that trend. Now, on the lower time frames, I'm literally just not even looking at the lower time frames. I don't care what is going on in the lower time frames at this moment in time. Okay, I'm focusing on what is going on the higher time frames, i.e. this 12-hour. Why? Because price is very one-directional at the moment, okay? And what I mean by one-directional is we're not seeing any real, like, constricted price action, okay? We're not seeing any constricted price action whatsoever. Yes, previously back here, okay, we had, you know, fairly constricted price action here, fairly constricted price action here and here. But ever since that, right, we've had one directional price action towards the downside, one directional price up, one directional price down, and now we're starting to see one directional price movement up. Okay, of course, this is only the start of the move. Okay, we are still unsure whether this is going to continue. Okay, but that's kind of the expectation, right? The expectation is that we see this continue. So for me right now, okay, like I say quite a lot of the time, we need to be able to adapt to what the markets are doing. Okay, and at this moment in time, the markets are pretty one-directional, where we're only seeing one direction, okay, and then we start to see price actually change direction, okay, then change direction again. But each direction is very one-directional, right? We're not seeing much constricted price action. We're not seeing much like zigzagging, okay, where we see something like this, okay. We're kind of just going, you could call it like parabolic, right? You can kind of just say, you know, we're going parabolically down, parabolically up, parabolically down. Okay, that's kind of what we're doing at the moment. So, you know, how I am, adjusting to this is by entering into just bigger swing trades. Okay, that's, you know, what works for me. This is, you know, the style of trading that I like to do as well, right? I like to adjust my style to the market. Okay, I don't like to consistently be a day trader, and I don't like to consistently be a swing trader. Okay, if there are opportunities that are more suited for swing trading, then I will take those, right? If there are opportunities that are more suited for day trading, okay, then of course I will take those. It all depends on what the market, the market situation is, the market dynamics are. And at this moment in time, for me, swing trades are just a little bit more favorable, okay, because we're not seeing much constricted price action, which I usually like to see when entering into day trades. Okay, so for me at this moment in time, it's looking much better for swing trades. And again, you know, this long trade that I've entered into here, which of course was given to the team on the on the Visionary Discord. Yeah, as you can see here, I'm taking the swing long from the failed auction. It is a swing trade. Okay, yes, the stop loss is quite deep, but you have to remember this is a swing trade, right? This is a swing trade. I'm looking to have this trade open for quite some time, and I'm looking for quite a considerable move up. Okay, and like I was talking through with the team this morning in the daily market update, right? The main focus that I have for this trade, okay, is actually taking this up to, first of all, the value area low at $61,300 approximately. This is where I want to look for that TP1 on the long trade, okay? And I do still believe at this moment in time, okay, that we can see that rise up to the level, okay? I do still believe we can see that, right? It's exactly like back here, okay, as well, right, where we entered into the long trade. We sat around this area for a little bit, but I still thought, okay, if we can get some longs coming in, we could see this rise up. Okay, and this, this trade took some time to actually begin to play out. Okay, and the same thing could happen with this long trade that I'm in now. We could come back down. Okay, and we could maybe spend some time here before we start to see a move up. Okay, initially, my thesis is still that I am looking for a move up to at least the value area low. And of course, like I was telling the team as well this morning, if we can reclaim that value area low, we can be looking for higher prices. We can be looking for mid-range. We can be looking for POC. If we get above POC, we can be looking for value area high. Okay, if we get to the value area high, where are we at? Okay, well, we are at that previous high. If we can get above that, then we can get to all-time high, right? It's very simple, like level-to-level trading, but it's very, very effective, right? Very effective. So the first target that I do have, that first TP that I'm looking for, is, of course, that value area low. Now, of course, right, what is the context, right? We need to constantly go back and remind ourselves, what is the context? Well, the context is bearish. The expectation is that we actually come and form a lower high. So at some point up here, okay, what are we going to be looking for, right? We're going to be looking for a short trade, because that short trade, okay, like it has the past 3 times, right? The short trade we took from here, the short trade we took from here, the short trade that we took from here. I didn't take it myself, but some of the members on the Discord did. Okay, so we're looking for that short trade setup there, which could be the lower high, okay, and then could take Bitcoin all the way down to another lower low, right? So this is what I'm going to be looking for on this long trade here. I'm going to be looking to take profits at these major levels, okay, and of course, once I start to see some major signs of weakness, which signal to me this could be the lower high, then that's when I want to consider closing the majority of the trade. Like I do a lot of the time, I won't close the majority of the trade, all of the trade. I will close the majority of it and leave a little bit in, and just leave a little bit in there, okay, just to, see whether, right, yes, we do get the short trade, but maybe it doesn't come all the way down for a new low. Maybe, okay, we come down and we actually form a higher low, okay, and then we come up and then we start taking all of those bearish levels out, okay, i.e. the lower highs, okay, we take those out to flip bullish, and then we look for all-time high. Okay, so yeah, we still have to be aware of this scenario. So of course, I would still like to be in a long trade. Okay, of course, we can look for a long trade down here. Okay, but if we do not see any long trade set up, I would still like to have that long trade open from here. Okay, so again, it's always a matter of like leaving a little bit in the trade, for me anyway, leaving a little bit in the trade just to see if I can take advantage of any more rise up, if that is what we see and we don't see the scenario play out. This played out 3 times before, okay, that we come down and form a new low. But, right, if we did get the short trade set up from here, we started to see this big pullback, the expectation really is that we come down and we actually take out the low once again, because that has been the trend recently, okay? Trade the trend until the trend breaks, right? The trend is your friend until the end, right? Taking it back to the basics, stripping everything back. But sometimes, right, the basics work, right? Sometimes it's the basics that you need to prioritize, okay? And that's kind of what I'm prioritizing at this moment in time, the basics. Why? Because the basics have worked for me, okay? Of course, I'm using advanced analysis, i.e. the order flow. Of course, I'm using the advanced analysis, the order flow, to help me get into these trades, right? But initially, it's just simple technical analysis, right? All I'm looking at here, okay, is a lower low, okay, for then price to come up to form a lower high, to come down, form a lower low, come up to form a lower high, come down to form a lower low, right? So I'm looking, of course, at the advanced tools, okay, to help me enter into the trades. But the thesis, okay, is very simple, stripping it all back, going back to the basics, and just looking at simple market structure. And that's why it's so important to understand like the fundamentals of trading, the simple, most basic tools, okay? Because even as an advanced trader, you will still be using it, okay? You will still be using it, okay? Take me for an example. I'm still using market structure. You may think it's easy to understand. You may think it's too basic, okay? You may feel like you're too advanced of a trader to use it, okay? But what you don't understand is it's actually probably one of the most valuable tools that you do have, okay? It is I wouldn't say it is the most valuable, okay? But it is up there with one of the most valuable tools that you need to understand. And it's not necessarily that people don't understand it, okay? And people don't know it because, yeah, market structure is basic. It's easy. Everybody understands it, okay? But it's that not everybody implements it, okay? Everybody, of course, starts to look at, well, I say everybody because not a lot of the market do, okay? But, those people that do start to look at the advanced stuff, right, sometimes they forget about the simple stuff. When I started looking at the advanced stuff, I was wrong in the decision of not sticking, not remembering the basics as well, okay? I was kind of forgetting about the basics, right? And that didn't help me. Understanding everything, okay, is of course what you need to know. And the basics are very important, even when you are looking at advanced technical analysis as well. So yeah, market structure is just very, very important. Okay, and that is kind of what the the backbone of this trade is. Okay, it is literally market structure. What have we come and done? We've come and taken out the previous lower low. Okay, we've formed a new lower low. Okay, we've seen some bullish signs down here. We've seen some bullish strength, right? So what can we be looking for? Well, we can be looking for a rise, okay, for price to then come and form another lower high, right? And again, what can we be looking for up here? Okay, we can be anticipating that next lower high. Okay, so we can be looking for that short trade, okay, for then price to come down and form another lower low, right? This is exactly what I was talking about all of last week, right? All of the week before as well, right? This is what we need to prepare ourselves for. We need to prepare ourselves for another lower high, for price to come down and form another lower low. And that is exactly what happened, right? And I'm saying the exact same thing here, okay, because again, we could see the exact same thing play out, where we see this rise up for another lower high, price comes down and forms another lower low. Of course, right, I do understand that if this bullish structure continues, okay, and we break the bearish structure, yes, we can be looking for all-time high again. But if we come up, we form a lower high, okay, and then we start to form the bearish structure, that's when my confidence becomes incredibly high on price coming down and taking out the low to form a new low and continuing this bearish market structure. And we will continue to look at this, and I will continue to look at this, right, until this doesn't play out anymore, until we break that structure, okay, and we start to form bullish structure. I will stop looking at this. I will stop talking about this once we break it. But as long as we continue this trend, okay, I will continue to talk about it because it's what's most probable, okay, statistically and on a probability basis, okay, to happen, right? It's most probable to happen. Okay, so it is very, very important to just strip back everything and go back to the basics and just look at the basics, because sometimes they can really, really, really help you out. So yeah, for me, still long, still strong, still looking for higher prices. I understand the title. Am I wrong to long? Okay. But for me at this moment in time, I don't believe that I am wrong in my decision to be long. Okay. Of course, at this moment in time, the trade is in a bit of a profit. I could walk away with $1,000 profit right now. Okay. and be happy with that. But I understand, right? I'm looking at to have this trade open for a longer period of time, and I'm looking for higher prices here. Okay, that's initially what the thesis of the trade is. So of course, I'm going to wait that out. I'm going to remain patient. I'm going to wait for that. Okay, it's going back to the previous trades that I've taken. Of course, all of these trades given to the team on the Discord, as they always are. Okay, as they always are in the daily market updates as well. But I've shorted that. Okay, I've longed this. I've shorted this. I've longed this. Okay, of course, I gave the short from here. I didn't take it myself. Right. So if you're looking at this, okay, and you're thinking, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades, okay, and then of course the 6th trade here, right, which is currently in fruition, right? We've had 6 trades. Okay, 5 of them have been profitable. 1 of them is in fruition right now. Okay, is playing out possibly where we see the rise up. Okay, but even if this trade does get stopped out, right? Let's say this trade that I'm in does get stopped out. Okay, this is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades. Okay, all of these ones were profitable. So 5 trades were profitable and 1 was a losing trade. Okay, so this, as long as you got your risk management in check, right? Which of course I do. This is something that I advocate a lot, having your risk management in check. If you have it in check, okay, this is an extremely profitable, this has been an extremely profitable range to trade, right? Again, 6 trades, right? 5 of them winning. Okay, of course, this one hasn't played out fully yet, but let's just say, okay, that we do take a loss here. That is still, okay, a very minor loss, right? It's still a very minor loss because, of course, we have our risk management in check. We've taken 6 trades, 5 of them profitable, 1 of them losing, okay? But again, this trade still hasn't played out properly yet. So this could still be a winner. We could go 6 for 6, right? We could go 6 for 6. It's exactly like, okay, it's exactly like up here, right? There was a stream a few months ago that I did, a few weeks ago, whenever it was, where I was talking about I shorted every single all-time high, okay, or sorry, swing value pattern of all-time high, okay? For that, there were 6 trades there, okay? That went 6 for 6, 6 wins out of 6 trades, okay? And I was expecting to come across a loss, okay? But we never ended up doing that because we swing value patterned all-time high, and then we've never seen all-time high since, right? And again, here, I'm going off of statistics. I'm going off of probabilities. I know what works. I know my strategy is good. I know my risk management is good. Okay. So I understand this is extremely profitable what I'm trading at this moment in time, right? Literally shorting the highs, longing the lows, shorting the highs, longing the lows, shorting the highs, longing the lows. At some point, I am expecting to come into a loss, right? But I'm literally going to continue to trade this until it does not work, right? Again, if we come up, I get the short trade here. I take the short trade. If it comes down, okay, and we get the long trade from the low, I take the long trade, okay? If we come up here, I see a short trade, okay? It gets stopped out and we see higher prices. Okay, hey ho, right? Doesn't matter because we shorted 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've had 4 shorts. 4 of them are winners, okay? We've longed 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? We then come up to take another short trade, okay, for the 5th short. Unfortunately, that doesn't play out, okay, and we continue to see higher prices. But what is that, right? That's 4 winning shorts, 4 winning longs, okay? So that's 8 wins, okay? And then, of course, a loss here, that's 1 loss. 8 wins, 1 loss. That is as long as your risk management, remember, you have to have your risk management in check, okay? But even if your risk management wasn't even that great, right? Having 8 wins and 1 loss is still extremely profitable, okay? Extremely, extremely profitable, okay? So again, all you need to do, okay, is trade what works. Get yourself a strategy, okay, that has a nice win rate, okay? And literally rinse, and this is what I advocate all of the time, right? Rinse and repeat what works until it doesn't work, okay? Again, SFP after SFP after SFP after SFP of all-time high. It worked, it worked, it works, right? Again, here, right? Trading this trend, which is lower highs, okay, and lower lows, okay? It's working, right? And I'm going to continue to trade that until it doesn't work, okay? And this is all I'm going to trade until it doesn't work. Of course, yes, I have taken, like on this rise up, I took, of course, the long from the low. I took a little short here, and then I took a long trade here. So on this rise up, okay, which was, let's see how long this was. So when did I enter into the long? It was like the 6th or the 7th of July. Okay, so that was 23 days roughly. 23 days roughly. In that 23-day period, I only took 3 trades. Okay. And you may say, that's not enough trades. Okay. How can you, how can you make a living off of taking 3 days, 3 trades in a month? Well, we have to remember here, first of all, the long I took from the low is a swing trade, right? That's a swing trade. So anyway, I'm entering into that with higher capital than you would with a day trade. Of course, I took a bit of a day trade short here, which was a nice little, just simple day trade, lower capital entry because it was a day trade. And then I added to the long trade here pretty heavily. To be honest with you, I added $3,000 into the long trade there because we only had about, I think it was like $800, $900 left in the trade. Okay, so I added 3,000 back into the trade, so there was then $3,800 in the trade, 3,800, 3,900, whatever it was. Okay, and then we saw the continuation higher, where of course we closed that trade fully for $10,000 in a profit. Right, so $10,000 in a profit. Okay, plus the short trade from here, which was $500 in a profit. I think that short trade was, again, 23 days. Okay, is very good, right? I consider that very, very good. So again, you don't have to be taking trades every single day, right? You don't have to take trades every single day. You just need to get into the best trade possible, okay, for whatever whatever strategy, whatever time frame you are trading. Okay, for me, it was a swing trade from down here. I took the swing trade. It's been extremely profitable. I've added to it along the way. Okay, took a bit of a day trade there. Okay, but all I've done, all I've literally done, okay, is just traded the highest probability trade setups. Okay, that's my preferred style of trading, looking for the highest probability trade setups. Does it work all of the time? No, of course not. But what I understand is it works the majority of the time. Okay, again, you can go through the Discord. Okay, you can see that I am going to take losses here and there. I do take losses here and there. But the majority of the time, okay, the trades are very, very profitable. Okay, there are more. I can assure you that there are more winners in this Discord than there are losers. Okay, I can fully assure you of that. And you can go through it yourself. Of course, the first link in the description for the Visionary Discord, and then the free Discord, of course, is the second link if you want that. But yeah, I mean, all you need to do, is look for those best trade setups. Okay, of course, if you're scalp trading, you're not necessarily, or even day trading, you're not necessarily looking for the best trade setups. But yeah, I mean, if you are more of a swing trader, okay, and for me myself, sometimes a day trader, I still just like to look for the highest probability trade setups, right? That's my preferred style of trading, and I will continue to trade that because that is exactly what works for me at this moment in time. So yeah, that's currently what I'm doing at the moment. And then of course, long and chill, looking for that possible lower high short trade somewhere up here. Okay, somewhere up here, looking for wherever it may be. Okay, I don't know where it's going to be. Okay, but I understand there's somewhere up here. I am looking for a short trade. Okay, if this long does play out, because of course we could see price actually just roll over here and continue lower, which would be unfortunate. Okay, but where I'm sat right now, I still do believe we can see higher prices from here. I do still believe that. Okay, and let's say we do see a bit of a pullback here. I would actually, if we're still looking bullish, I would actually be looking to enter into a new long trade or just add to the long trade that I'm in. Maybe get a bit of a better entry on that, average my entry down. Okay, even if we saw a bit of a pullback here, let's say to $52,000, I would still be looking for a long trade up. I would still be happy to look for the long trade. Of course, I still need to see some bullish signs to enter into a long trade. I'm not just going to randomly enter into a long trade. If I see a sign of strength down here, I will either completely enter into a new long trade, as well as having this trade open still as well, or I will just add to this long trade that I'm in at this moment in time and just, bring my entry down just a tad. So yeah, we will see how that plays out. Again, it's all just patience at this moment in time. It's all just patience. I'm just remaining patient. Okay, I got the setup. I took the setup. It's working out as of right now. Okay, so the next thing I need to do is just remain patient. Okay, that's a big part with it, a big part of trading. Okay, I say that a lot. Patience is one of the biggest things that you need to have in trading. One of the most important things you need to have, amongst a few other things. Patience is one of them. Patience is key because again, you need to remain patient and wait for a setup. Okay, wait for a setup to show itself. Okay, and then you need to remain patient and wait for the setup to play out. Okay, as in like what you want to see to enter into the trade happens. Okay, so you have to remain patient for that, and then again you have to remain patient for price to do its thing. Okay, for the trade to play out. Okay, so patience is a huge part. Okay, a huge part, and the majority of the time, okay, in trading, you're just sat around doing nothing. And that's kind of the beauty of it, isn't it? That's kind of the beauty of it, that you sat around. I say you sat around. You don't necessarily need to be sat around. Okay. You can be off doing whatever you want. Of course, you can have your alert set. Okay. You can then walk away once your alert gets set. You can come down, sit down, analyze everything, and then take the trade if the trade is there. Okay. That's the beauty of it. But a lot of it, okay, a huge part of it is just remaining patient. Okay. And that is the stage that I'm in at this moment in time, right? I remained patient. I waited for the setup. Okay. Once I saw the setup, I took the trade, and now I'm just remaining patient once again. Okay. I'm waiting for this to play out. I'm waiting for this rise that I am looking for. Okay. And I still do believe that we can see this rise up. I do honestly still think that we can see this rise up. Again, like the previous long trade, right? So like this long trade here that is now fully closed, okay, status all closed. Like this long trade, $10,076 in a $10,076 in a profit. Okay, like that trade there. Okay, that of course I gave to the team on the Visionary Discord all the way back here. Okay, this was the trade that we took from what was it, around 50, just under $57,000. Okay, so that was this trade all the way, where are we here? All the way back here that we took. Okay, I was sat in that trade. We were just kind of flirting with the entry for some time. Then we started to see a rise up. We came back down to the entry, and then we went all the way up. Okay, and again, I was saying in this trade here, for us to see a rise in price, we need to see new long trades coming in. Okay, because unlike this scenario here where we had lots of shorts opening up at the low, so we had lots of trapped shorts, where those trapped shorts, as price starts to rise, are forced to cover. When they cover, they buy back into the market, pushing the price higher. So that's what we had there. We didn't have that with the previous long trade, right? We didn't have that with this long trade here. Why? Because we had next to no shorts, and it was quite a surprise for me. But then at the same time, it wasn't, because an unbelievable amount of long trades got wrecked on this move down here. Okay, so most traders were too scared to enter into a trade. That's what I believe anyway. So that's why we saw no short trades open up down here. Okay, so the only way price could rise, and I was saying this throughout the whole long trade that I was in, okay, and when I entered into it, before I entered into it, the only way price could rise is if we saw new long trades coming in. Okay, and we did initially start to see new long trades coming in, and then I said, right, if we can start to see price rising, I believe it was to between 60 and 63,000, kind of like this area here. That was when we didn't need long trades to come in, because then we were coming into short trades, which would then have to cover and be forced to cover, of course, buying back into the market, and then that would continue to push the price higher. And that's exactly what we saw here, right? We saw open interest decreasing whilst positive delta was coming in. So what we knew was short trades were covering, okay, exactly at the level that I was telling you that the shorts were at. If I wonder if we can actually see that. But what I'm trying to get at here is the exact same scenario where we are now. Okay, we need to see new long trades coming in for this trade to play out, because again, we don't have, and you can see it here, we do not have any short trades at the low. Okay, it was literally long trades getting wrecked. You can see here 120, okay, and then plus 40 there, and then plus 44 there, and then plus 84 there, and then plus 36 there, and then 33 there, and then 38 million there. There's just like, what is that, right? That is like almost 500, around 500 million, okay, including that lot there as well. Like 500 million long trades got wrecked on this move down. 500 million long trades got wrecked. Okay, you can see the amount of green bubbles there. It's just incredible. Okay, it's just incredible how many long trades got wrecked on that move down. Okay, you can see it here as well. CVD, okay, delta is over time, decreasing. Okay, you can see open interest was at 1.2 billion. Okay, and then at the end of the move, right, we were at 735 million approximately. So we can see, right, negative delta, we can see open interest decreasing. So we know that longs are getting wrecked on this move down. So the only way price can actually increase is if we see new long trades. Okay, like I was saying yesterday as well, when we see a rubbish move down, we tend to see a good move up, right? We can see the same instance here where we had open interest at the high of the move was at 1.17 billion. Okay, and at the end of the move, where were we at? Okay, we were all the way down here at 880 million. Okay, you can see that over time delta was decreasing. Over time, open interest was decreasing. So what we know is long trades were getting wrecked on this move down. Okay, we know that long trades were getting wrecked on this move down. Now, I wanted to talk about this area here just to show you. So we actually had quite a lot of short trades coming in this area here. So we had here, we had 51 million short trades coming in between like 59,000 and 62,000. That was it. Okay. So between 59,000 and $62,000 roughly, we had 51 million new short trades coming in. Okay. And then price started to rise. Okay. And then from there, right, what did we see? We just saw that continuation through there because what happened? We had all of those short trades having to cover. Of course, at the same time as well, we did, of course, see lots of new long trades coming in as well, which was really, really beneficial for the rise up. Okay, but again, on this move down that we've seen, okay, there are going to be areas. There's not much at all. To be perfectly honest, like we could analyze it a little bit more and go into a lower time frame. Let's have a look at the 8 hour. But there just wasn't many longs opening on, shorts opening up on this move down whatsoever. So we have 19 million there, just not a huge amount. We got 45 million at the high. It's a little bit too far away personally because we may not get there. Yeah, so there was just like next to no shorts on this move down. So I'm going to say the same thing, right, that I said the last time we took the long trade, okay, the long trade from the range low, okay. What we need to see for price to rise is new long trades coming in, okay, and that, right, aligns with the idea that I have anyway, okay, that we've had a rubbish move down, so we're expecting to see a good move up, okay. Here, rubbish move down, good move up. How do we know it was a good move up? Because we had open interest increasing. Open interest here increasing over time because at the start of the move, right, open interest was at 881 million. At the end of the move, okay, at the high up here, open interest was above 1.2 million over time, right? You can see CVD is ticking up, delta is increasing over time, right? Open interest is increasing over time, so we know that these are new long trades coming into the market. Okay, and again here, we can't see because EctoChart gives you so much data in such a small period of time. You can look at it on the desktop version, but I don't want to ruin the stream, so I'll just take my word for it. We were looking at it yesterday, so if you want the proof, it's there yesterday. But yeah, this rise up that we saw here was a good rise up. We had open interest increasing over time. We had delta increasing over time. Okay, this was a good move up. Okay, what was it followed by? It was, of course, followed by this rubbish move down, which was then followed by a good move up, followed by a rubbish move down, which we can then look for a possible good move up. Right, we're looking for that trend to continue. Okay. Take consideration also market context. Martin, good to see you here. Yes, that's literally what I said at the start, right? Always remember to strip back all of your analysis and go back to the context, right? For me, the context, I've been saying it for a while, the context is bearish, okay? Continuous lower high after lower high after lower high. All of last week, go and look at any of the streams last week and the week before. I was saying we can be anticipating another lower high here, If we break the structure, if we break the bullish structure, we're going to come down and form a new low. That's exactly what happened, right? That's exactly what I was talking about last week. That's exactly what I was talking about the week before and the week before that, right? You can go and take a look at the streams, and I was talking about that. Again, continuous lower lows as well. Context is bearish, right? That is very important. So yeah, well done for bringing that up. Context is very, very important. So yes, right, I'm long here. I'm looking for higher prices, but what am I anticipating? Well, again, I'm anticipating another lower high to get that short trade in, okay, for another lower low, right? Remember, we're in this bearish structure, so I'm going to continue to remain bearish until, okay, we break that bearish structure by getting above $70,000. Previously, it was $72,000 to break the structure, the bearish structure. Now, all we need to do is get above 70,000. Okay, and then what can we be looking for? Well, we can be looking for all-time high. Okay, so yes, context is very, very important, and don't worry, I am taking that into consideration. That is kind of the backbone of every trade that I've taken recently. Okay, all of the long trades that I've taken recently, okay, all of the short trades that I have, of course, taken recently as well. All of these trades that I've taken, right, the backbone of them, okay, were market context, right? The market context has been bearish. Okay, so of course, yes, I'm taking the long trades off of the failed auctions of the previous lower low. Okay, but I'm still then looking for the short trade. Okay, again, we had the short trade from here, we had the short trade from here, we had the short trade from here. Again, all of these trades were given to the team in the Visionary Discord, as they always are. Okay, every single trade I take is here in the Visionary Discord. Of course, I'm talking through those trades in the daily market update as well. This was the long trade, okay, from around $64,700. That's when I added to the long trade right there, okay. And then, of course, we had the short trade that I gave as well in the daily market update from here, from $69,500. So that was literally from the high here. That was a short trade I gave in the daily market update. I said, if we form the failed auction of the high here, we can be looking for a move down. Okay. And yeah, some of the members actually did take that trade. So yeah, we had FR Trader who actually took that trade himself here. So yeah, congratulations again to I've congratulated him quite a lot, but yeah, congratulations to FR Trader there for taking that trade. But like I said, all of the trades are given there, and I will continue to share everything that I do within these markets in there. I find it enjoyable just to share my analysis. I've always loved to share my analysis. So yeah, if you want that, of course, that is where you can get it. That's the first link in the description, or for the free Discord, that is just the second link. But yeah, again, like I said earlier, it's just patience, right? Patience, and we'll see how this plays out, right? We'll see how this plays out. I'm quite happy again for price to pull back a little bit further for another move up. I'm still quite happy for that. And again, it just means that I can either look for a new trade, or I can look to add to the long trade that I'm in as well, and maybe get into the trade at a little bit of a better price. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, really happy with this, how this trade is going at this moment in time. And again, if we do still see that pullback, okay, we do still see that bigger pullback, and we're still looking good, and I still believe we're looking bullish, all I'm going to do is add to the trade, or enter into a new trade as well on another account, okay? Or when I say another account, I can just enter in with BTC rather than USDC. So yeah, I mean, if there are any questions, if you guys have got any questions, please do put them in the chat. And yeah, if there's anything you want me to look at, please also put that in the chat as well, and I'll be happy to answer any questions or take a look at anything. But yeah, of course, if you haven't already, please make sure you smash that thumbs up button. It really helps me out, helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring this content to you as well. But yeah, I mean, I'm still going to remain bearish on Bitcoin until we break this bearish structure. Again, like Martin has said here, yeah, take consideration also market context. Very, very important market context. And the market context as of right now is bearish. Okay, so what do we have to do? We have to be bearish. Okay, of course, this is all my opinion on the market, right? But yeah, again, I share all of my analysis, and yeah, if you follow it, then I'm pretty sure you know, right? But yeah, we've almost been live here for an hour. So yeah, if you've got any questions, please do put them in the chat. Bit of a gloomy day here in the UK. I think we need some kind of consolidation before taking the next leg up. First, form the range. Yeah, again, that's kind of what we saw last time, right? We got the failed auction. I didn't initially enter into the trade off of the first failed auction. Okay, I waited a little bit for a little bit of a pullback. But yeah, here we started to see a bit of consolidation, right? It was consolidation towards the upside, okay, which normally you would consider bearish, okay? But yeah, we got a bit of consolidation there and then continuation up. Okay, that was just really, really nice. So yes, I agree there, and that's why what I've been saying as well. Like we could see a pullback here. We could spend a bit of time here before we actually start to see the move up. Okay, it is a possibility. I do understand that. Again, this is not a day trade. This is not a scalp trade. This is not a trade I'm looking to have open for 2 days or 3 days. This is a trade that I'm looking to have open for just as long as I had the 2 other previous long trades open for, right? So these previous 2 long trades I had open, okay, for 23, 24 days on that previous long trade. And then this long trade here was open for this was open for around 35 days. Okay, so yeah, these are trades that I'm looking to have open for almost a month, right? Around a month. Okay, so this is a long trade that I'm not expecting to play out straight away. I'm not expecting price to bomb up like that. Of course, we could see that, right? But the expectation for this trade is, yeah, maybe we flirt around with this level for a bit, but then we start to make our way up. That's initially what I'm looking for this trade. And again, I'm looking for this trade to be open for possibly close to a month, right? Okay, possibly close to a month. Okay, this is a swing trade for me. Like I stated to the team in the Visionary Discord, it is a swing trade. Okay, and yeah, I'm looking to have this trade open for a longer period of time. Of course, I may take a day trade here and there on the lower time frames, but at this moment in time, the only trade that I'm focusing on is this long trade that I'm in at the moment. Keep in mind that we have a large wick daily time frame. Usually wicks get filled at least 50% of the wick. Yeah, 100%. Based off stats. Yeah. Yeah, I fully agree with that as well. We could fully see that. Okay. We could fully see that. So yeah, you said on the daily time frame. Yeah. Again, we could see this, right? We could see this. Okay. You saw it here. Okay. You saw it here, right? We had this big wick towards the downside. Okay, what did we see? Okay, we saw, yeah, let's call it around 50% of the wick was filled, and then we got the continuation higher. Okay, again, on this long trade that I took here, we had quite a fairly big wick towards the downside, right? We took out about 80% of that wick, let's say, maybe 75% of that, and then we saw another rise up. Okay, so yes, right, that is fully to be expected, right? We can see another move down, okay, to possibly take it like 50% of the wick out, and then we see another move up, okay? And this is, again, like I've been saying, I could enter into a new long trade, I could add to the long trade right here. And again, we can be looking at possibly a GP 786 level, right? I'm pretty sure we have a naked point of control down there. Yep, we've got a, that was tapped. That's a tapped naked point of control. Let's just pull these up here. So we've got 52,850, 52,850s there. Yeah, so we could have like maybe get a weekly. No. Okay, but initially, right, we still have a naked point of control at 52,850 approximately. So yeah, I mean, there could be some more confluence, but kind of what I would be looking for down there is more absorption I'll be focusing a little bit more on the absorption side of things down there. And yeah, it's looking pretty good for absorption down there. So if we do pull back, we could get, of course, CVD ticking down, telling us that there's more aggressive shorting happening here than there was back here. Okay, more aggressive shorts, more aggressive sells. If we do have absorption into that level, okay, coming into support, then of course I can look for a new long trade or look to add to that long trade. So yeah, I fully agree with that. Thank you very much for bringing that up, Martin. That's a really valid, valid point. So yeah, that is very, very a very important thing to consider. So yeah, thank you for bringing that up. So yeah, we saw that last time here, okay, and you can see here as well, right? Did we have absorption there? I don't believe we had absorption, but we came down to the GP 786. We bounced off of the 786 almost to the dollar, which was really nice to see. I do not believe, though, we had absorption. Oh, let's have a look. We didn't have absorption till later on, because initially on the first pullback to the GP 786, we didn't have absorption, as you can see here. We almost did, but we didn't. Okay, so we have to, we have to take that into consideration. It wasn't until this area here where we started to see that absorption. Very slight, okay, but there is absorption there. Okay, very slight. There was absorption there. Okay, and then what did we start to see? We started to see that big rise up. So yeah, I mean, this time it's looking like we're going to get that absorption if we do pull back to, let's say, $52,000. Okay, if we do pull back there, it's looking likely that we're going to get absorption there, which all it means, okay, is another trade setup, right? All it does is gives us another opportunity to enter into a long or add to the long trade that I'm currently in. So yeah, I do like that. So yeah, I think I've talked about everything that I want to talk about. Of course, if you haven't already, please do make sure that you smash that thumbs up button. Really does help me out. So yeah, please do just smash that thumbs up button if you haven't already. Of course, if you are new as well, subscribe. But yeah, I think I will leave it there, to be honest with you. I've been live for almost an hour now. I think I've talked about everything that I feel I need to talk about. So yeah, I will leave that there. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. It's good to see familiar faces back. Mo, really good to see you. Good to see you back. Martin, good to see you here as well. Thank you very much for your input. Very valuable input. And yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. Have a lovely rest of your day. Of course, I will see you in the live stream tomorrow. For any Visionary members here, of course, I will see you in the Visionary Discord or in the Daily Market Update tomorrow morning as well. And of course, if you want access to that Visionary Discord where I give all of my trades away, it's the first link in the description. And of course, you get access to all of the education, the Excel chart templates, all of the good stuff, right? But if you just want the free Discord, it's the second link in the description. So yeah, thank you very much. Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow, guys. Goodbye.
Take me home, 'cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my song. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, 'cause I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener. I guess what they're saying is true. In my dreams, that's where I seen her. Take my heart and take all of me, girl. Let me show you what I wanna do. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you. Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started.